Welcome back to the Foss Hill Observatory. This is a little update video from the first video I released on the construction of a gravel service road. We're going to just take a walk here and show all the progress that's been made. As you can see here, the road's finished. They brought the excavator down and back several times to kind of roll the road out and compact it. It's very rock solid now, rock hard. We're going to walk just a little bit down here, a little ways here, past the barn. Did have a little bit of a change with the electrical service. So initially the service was going to come into the by the service panel on the left-hand side over here, but the cable ended up being a little bit too short. I think this was an issue with the supplier of the cable. I don't think they measured it out right. It doesn't really matter anyway. It's gone into the building, as you can see there. It's in the right-hand side right there, and then they'll just pipe it in. We ended up not running conduit and just using a direct burial underground cable for the power line, which actually is going to save me a bunch of money right there. And the chances of it having to be replaced is pretty low, and even if there was conduit there, given how long this run is, it would be very difficult to pull out and replace if there was some type of damage with the wire. So it's just as well that we just did direct burial. You can see the contractor here also put down hay and reseeded it, so I'll have grass growing before the end of fall here, basically, to fill in this little bit here. Kind of take a little walk here. Some of the rocks that were pulled out, that top rock there is pretty darn big, but the excavator had no issues moving that rock, which is amazing. It was probably someplace over here in the trench that had to be dug out for the electrical. So this is about a 500-foot power line running from the barn all the way back here. So it's a pretty decent run. The road here is really good, actually. I'm really impressed with how quickly this got done. Basically, they were done by Wednesday. They had to do a little bit of cleanup work on the road, putting down some of the hay and this grass seed. But yeah, this road's good to go for any club events, public events, myself. Be really easy to access the observatory. So we're just going to walk a little bit further down here and see how the pad came out, as well as the electrical service. So the electrical service is just roughed in right now. It's not live. It won't be until we get the building put up. So needed to be done at the same time as the road going in, so that's why that got done. The only conduit that's necessary is just where it comes up out of the ground. It needs to be protected. So this is the electrical service right here. This is 2224 wire, aluminum service wire. So that'll be plenty of amps for running the observatory. And this is the concrete pad right here. In fact, I can zoom out a little bit here. There we go. So you can kind of see the concrete pad. It's going to be about a 16 by 24 foot building. Walk a little bit over here. So this is the north end of the building over here. This right here, north end of the building. We're facing west right now, as you can see. It's sunset. And this is kind of the view. That's the moon up there. And now we're looking south, back towards my house. And towards the barn, and then the road back towards the barn as well. So this is going to be a great observatory once it gets built. So Not sure yet if I'll be able to get the concrete pad installed before the end of the year. I'm hoping so. I don't have a lot more time left because it's going to get very cold here very soon. So I've got maybe a month, 2 months at most to get that poured. So looking into it, would be nice to have done. That way, come spring, summer, the building can just get set up and built very quickly without having to wait for the concrete manufacturer and the concrete contractor to come in and get their work done. But this is going to be great. I mean, look at the views here. This is facing south. You can just imagine the Milky Way will be right up in this area here during the summer. You know, those trees aren't that tall when we're this far back, so there may be, what, a fist's worth? Yeah, about a fist's worth at arm's length. So that's 10 degrees. So we really have some good skies here, good visibility to be able to see a lot of different objects up in the sky at night. So that's about it. This is probably going to be the last video for a while unless I get the concrete done this year. Or maybe I have a star party out here on the gravel pad. There's probably not going to be much else for video footage until I get the concrete pad put in, and then maybe next year the observatory will get built. So that's it for today. We will talk to you soon. Clear skies.